What up, everybody, and welcome to the FB and Goob Show. I'm FB,
And I am the Goob.
sponsored by everybody's little favorite dive bar, the Good Time Tavern. How's the Goob?
The Goob is doing good. We went to the Niners game. It was more a party than a game. I got a haircut. Looking forward to the playoffs. I can't ask for anything more, really.
Did you get a haircut at the game?
Yeah, they set up barber chairs right outside. You had one of those hot dogs with the bacon, chop it up.
No shit.
Oh yeah, it's a great time.
Went to the game.
Right?
I could have used a little trim.
Definitely. But yeah, good week. How about you, man? All good?
Yeah, kids last week before school. School started this Monday. So we did the last week, get to the movie theater, get to the mall, spend some of those gift cards they got, Hot Topic, all that crap.
Gotta love a little hot topic action.
Spencer's lunchbox. So yeah, when your daughter's goth and your son's an anime guy, you spend most of your time in Hot Box lunch or lunchbox and Spencer's and Hot Topics and whatever.
All right.
Aquaman was good.
Aquaman was good. Good.
Aquaman was good. I enjoyed Aquaman. I thought it was quite good. For the parts I was awake for, we do remember the instant the lights get turned off in my life, I just fall asleep. So.
All right, so at least 1.5 thumbs for Aquaman because we slept through part of it.
Yeah, 1.5.
1.5 thumbs.
If I'd have been awake for the beginning, it would have been.
Could have been two. Excellent.
Just like this week of football. 2 thumbs up.
2 thumbs up?
Yeah, well, I mean, I really wanted you to beat the Rams. I wanted the higher seed. I wanted the 6th seed, but I'll take the playoffs.
Yeah, we didn't help anybody at all, really.
No, I knew when Sam Darnold was a starting quarterback, I wasn't getting the 6th seed.
Yeah, no.
Sucks.
Like I said, it was more of a party than a game there, and which is all right. For the Niners, we didn't care, just like Baltimore.
Didn't care. What did catch your eye this week?
You know what? Just how terrible Philadelphia is really right now, and how they don't even look like a shell of what they used to be last year.
That's fair.
NFC champs. What happened to them? I can't even figure
it
out.
They were 10-1 until they met the Niners, and then that kind of just demoralized them, and they now lost 5 out of 6, whatever they did in the end. That's horrible. Really, that caught my eye too. Watching them lose to the Giants and Tyrod Taylor, I thought they limped into the playoffs.
We might find out that there's more wrong with Jalen Hurts than we think, but still. Yeah, that's caught my eye. That caught my eye, and how bad the Jaguars were. I mean, basically, once proud teams this year have fallen on hard times, and the Jags didn't even get to taste the playoffs, which you thought was inevitable.
Oh, they were the 2 seed like 7 weeks ago.
Count on it. Put it in the bank.
Other than no seed. That caught my eye too. I think Joe Flacco and the Cleveland Browns, little eye-catching to see where they're going in this whole deal, and kind of taken back by that. I'm surprised they didn't play a little harder in the last week. It didn't matter. So they got Houston. I think that's going to be a good game, actually. The Packers didn't catch my eye. I knew what was going to happen. I knew
there was a lot of weather games this week. I mean, teams just doing just enough. You know what I mean? Getting through the snow, through the cold, getting a win.
Getting the win they need. Packers definitely got the win they needed. A lot of sad Seattle fans, a lot of sad Minnesota Vikings fans. Makes me happy.
Gotta love that. I love sad Seattle fans.
I love sad Seattle fans. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, no, let's talk about playoffs then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited. So where are we starting?
Well, let's start with the first game on Saturday. It pretty much looks like the AFC starts the whole schedule off. We got the Browns. We got the Texans in Houston. CJ Stroud, D'Amico Ryans' first playoff games as starters / head coaches.
I don't think the record for those are good.
That's one of those games where I think the road dog, the Browns, they'll be favored in Vegas with that defense and Joe Flacco slinging the rock.
I think the Browns kind of sit on the same level as the Dallas Cowboys do, where at home they're kind of, unbeatable. When they hit that road, when there's some hiccups, that defense gives up 15 points at home, I think 30 points on the road or something like that. Something
Quite a
silly.
disparity.
Yeah, quite a disparity, where Myles Garrett is great when the crowd's on his side and not as good as when the crowd is not on his side. I don't know. Um, I want to give it to the Browns right away, but boy, are my fingers crossed for the Houston Texans, man. And C.J. Stroud and D'Amico Ryan. I really, I want to see the 7 seeds and the 6 seeds win.
Of course you do.
I
Of course
want
you
to
do.
see how the low seeds. I mean, I know Houston just has it because it's their division, but that's the Houston's still the underdog in this game, if you ask me. It's like,
Yeah, I think the fact that Flacco's been there and CJ hasn't will probably make the difference in this
yeah,
game.
for sure.
So I think that's going to be a good game for sure. And then the next game on Saturday, I don't see how it could be a bad game. It's the Dolphins at Kansas City.
Well, it's simple how it's a bad game. The NFL made it a bad game by forcing the country to get Peacock as a streaming service. I am totally disgraced. I'm disgusted by that fact that it's just not on CBS, NBC, ABC, Fox. The fact that you would ask simple American people who work their asses off every day to watch a simple game now have to get a Peacock subscription. So the only reason it's going to be a shitty game is because, I mean,
No,
I get to watch it because I have Peacock.
I think I'll be missing that. That sucks.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you could just put my account on at the bar, and if it tells me it can only be watched on one TV, maybe you try to make money with it. And I'll watch Moonshiners or go to the gym or something, because I'm kind of disappointed in the fact that, and I only have Peacock because of Twisted Metal and Freddy Fazbear movie, so, and now I'm
Right.
like, well, I guess I get to watch a playoff game too. So yeah, it's going to be a great game. It's the return of Tyreek Hill to Kansas City.
Yeah,
Uh,
right. We got a couple good reunions going on.
we do. Might be Patrick Mahomes' only home game in the playoffs. I don't
Right.
know.
And if any of Miami's secondary decides to play, then they could make life miserable on Mahomes.
They could.
I think that's the big thing. There's like 4 guys from Dolphin secondary that are questionable. If they all play,
Then we got game, because
then we got
nobody
game.
can
Yeah.
get open for Patrick
Right.
Mahomes. As of late, I haven't seen a lot of open wide receivers on the Kansas City Chiefs. The
This is
Rice
true.
kid, the rookie's been playing well, but even Kelsey hasn't been getting open. Not like he had.
I say
So
take the under. That's my only prediction in this game. Take the under.
take the under. Take Miami. Take the under. Tyreek Hill could come back and just have a 250-yard game. And what is Waddle? Is Waddle scheduled for a return or no return for Waddle?
We're still not sure about Waddle yet. He's also questionable, just like Xavier Howard and the safety and the other safety and the cornerback.
Boy, if they come in without Waddle and they come down two of those cornerbacks missing, this is going to be a closer game than I thought. If Miami came in healthy, Kansas City hasn't played very well. One of those
No,
teams trying to limp themselves out of the playoffs. You know what I mean?
they tried.
Another Jacksonville, another Philly. Philly almost limped themselves out. It was close. If they hadn't have gone 10-1, they wouldn't have been in the playoffs. Sorry.
Right.
Not with that ending they had. So, no, I'm excited for that game. I like I said, I give it to Miami if they come in healthy, just because there's a lot of talent and Kansas City hasn't looked very good.
Yeah, you can't let Kansas City is every other year, right? So this is not their year.
This is not their year. That's fine. This is the Ravens' year.
Right. And in Buffalo, they're like, why not our year? We get a beat up Steelers team week 1, so we're advancing.
If I've said it once, if I've said it twice, I know I've said it 3 times. Josh Allen is Brett Favre. It's just heartbreaks. It's just 5 interceptions after 6 touchdowns, and it's just so.
He's got enough to beat the Steelers, though.
I think he can beat the Steelers. Down TJ Watt, Mason Rudolph is a starting quarterback, receivers that could care less if they're on the field, and 2 running backs, they don't know who to start. Yeah. So I can I'm gonna give it to Buffalo for sure.
Yeah, I think this is going to be the first blowout of the playoffs. I think 30-13 if Pittsburgh's lucky.
If Pittsburgh's lucky, yeah, this might be the first blowout. The other 2 games will not be blowouts. The other 2 games they're those are good teams playing against each other.
Sure. Well, I like to say the Packers Cowboys could be a blowout. That's probably a monster spread. What is it, like 6, probably 7?
I don't think it's that much. I mean, if it's a blowout, it'll be because the Packers blow out the Cowboys. If the Packers go up on them fast, man, if Cowboys could be in trouble.
Yeah, I mean the Cowboys haven't really slacked off like the rest of these teams are. I mean, they put up 38 on the Commanders last week. They showed very little signs of slowing down, especially with CD Lamb playing at a out of worldly level right now.
We can't stop the running back, but we can get to the quarterback and cover receivers. So now it's just, can Jordan Love play? That's it. Can Jordan Love hold himself accountable for himself and play the kind of
Right?
football he's played in the last
Can you
7
block
games?
number 11 on Dallas? Can you block Micah?
Can you block Micah? That's it. If you can block but Jordan's been showing himself stepping into the pocket and throwing, one interception, 19 touchdowns in the last 9 games. If he holds his composure and these kids keep playing like they have no clue they're not supposed to be there.
Right?
We're not supposed to be here. We're the Packers. We're supposed to be here, right? Yes, you're supposed to be there. Yes, you're supposed to be there. So if they don't have any clue they're not supposed to be there, it might be tough stopping all these 22, 23, 24-year-old superstars or athletes who have
All
no
right,
clue they're not
you're
supposed
getting
to be
ahead
there.
of yourself, but that's just fine. Good for you.
I'm allowed to get ahead of myself. I want to play
Way
the
to be optimistic overly sometimes.
Yeah, I think we can beat the Cowboys. I think out of all the teams going into the playoffs, Packers were definitely in the top 3, 4 teams going into the playoffs, as of the last few weeks have gone.
Oh yeah, playing good
So,
football, that
yeah,
always helps.
yeah,
I'm
playing good football at the end of the year.
just not sure you have quite enough in Dallas. But
No,
the game after that though, woo wee, Stafford back in Detroit, the Rams of Detroit. I think that's the game of the week.
I think Stafford going back to Detroit and Goff playing against that team that traded him away might be the game of the week, actually.
So many storylines. I love it.
Unless the Rams can come and play defense really, really well, the Rams are going to have to play offense really, really well to beat the Lions. So, this could be interesting. The Lions running game has been it's been on point, the Lions running game, with this little 2-headed monster of Montgomery and Gibbs. It's been
Right.
on point.
They haven't overworked either one. They both seem
No.
healthy, good to go.
Laporta has had a little bit of a drop off, but I'm not too afraid to throw the ball to Sam Laporta ever.
Yeah, no, he had a good game last week.
Yes.
So I feel like
he's
just the 5th best receiver in football. That's all St. Brown is.
He's elite. So, if they can get some from Williamson, they can get some from Reynolds, and they run the ball, Rams are going to have a tough game. But then Matthew Stafford, man, rookie receivers breaking records, still got Cooper Kupp. This running back for the Rams in the last 5 or 6 games is the best running back in football.
Right? Kieran Williams, well, he was a league winner for a lot of people in fantasy. You had Kieran, you were in the Super Bowl pretty much.
That last 3 or 4 weeks for him was like 4 touchdowns a game and a couple hundred. I mean, he was on fire for the last fucking couple of weeks of the season.
That's how Jeremy won all his shit.
Really? That makes sense, man, because he had some 2 touchdown games. I thought he had a 3 or 4 touchdown game, like in the playoffs in the championship somewhere. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So even the Rams, it's going to be a good game. Both teams seem to be running the ball well. Both teams have quarterbacks we consider to be in the top 10.
Both having good second halves, like you said, hot teams.
The Rams have been the hottest team in the second half, I believe. I don't want to say I want to say it's the Packers, but it might be the Rams that have had the hottest second half of the year. So
it's possible.
Pretty close to it. You know what I mean? So
it's gonna be if you're counting our 3 wins all in the second half, then yeah, or losses. Anyway, so yeah, game of the week. I'm fucking pumped for that one.
That's gonna be a good game. What's not gonna be a good game? And I don't know if I can convince Goob to come out here on Monday night and do it, but
hard to tell. I'm so busy these days.
Tampa Bay Philly is going to be a horrible game.
Oh man, it might be the first time in the history of myself that I'm going to root for Baker Mayfield.
As I've told you several times on this show, I'm a huge supporter of the nacho chip making Baker Mayfield. So yeah, I'm excited for Baker Mayfield, but I'm not excited. I'm excited to not have to. Let's get the Eagles out of there. I don't want to have to get the Eagles on a hot streak or that them starting to play again.
No,
Let's
yeah,
just
let's not get their fans excited. That's always the worst.
no, let's just boot them on out in the Monday Night Football game. Let Tampa would continue to host after that, I guess. No, they wouldn't.
Now that they reseed, so
They're seed, right? Yeah, so they would have to move on to whoever, I guess.
yeah, they would need Green Bay to win
Well,
and the Rams.
Green Bay goes to the Niners.
Yeah, that's it.
That's
If
it.
they win, we get you guys.
Yeah, automatically. Number one gets number 7 right away.
I mean, how perfect would that be?
That would be amazing for me, actually, because I mean, I'm not even expecting to be here. Remember, everybody said we're supposed to win 5 games. So, 5.
Yep.
Like, that's it. 5, last in the division behind the Bears.
Right. You and the Steelers are going to suck this year.
Yeah, right. We're supposed to blow. We're not going to make it to the playoffs. Packers in the playoffs, Steelers in the playoffs.
That's insane. Well, franchises make a difference.
Franchises definitely make a difference, man. You know that. So let's go real fast. Let's just pick real fast before we go on and move on from this. Texans, Browns.
Oh, I got Cleveland in that one.
I got Cleveland in that one too.
They can cover. I'll take the cover too.
Yeah, you'll take the cover too. What's the next game?
The Chiefs, and this one I'm very confused about. I will take the under.
You'll take the under. I'm going to take Tyreek coming back. I'm going to take that this isn't the Chiefs' year.
The revenge of Tyreek.
Yeah.
All right, FP and the Goob take Tyreek killing the Dolphins. I like it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. What's our next game?
Steelers, Bills.
Well, I'm gonna have to. I mean, I'm gonna obviously take the Bills on that. I don't know how you feel about that.
Bills in the cover, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna
Steelers.
have to
the Steelers' magical run comes to an end.
I'm gonna agree with that. What we got after that?
We all know you got Packers over the Cowboys.
I'm gonna take the Green Bay Packers and the amazing Mr. Love to take that and cover.
Nice. So, I think maybe I'll take the Packers and not the win. But but hey, if we're gonna get Packers Niners next week, then this needs to happen. So let's get it done.
We have to beat the Cowboys to do this. So let's just move on.
Let's get it done, Green
Bay. Yeah, Green Bay. So Green Bay, I think Green Bay can beat the Cowboys.
Rams at Lions. Who you got?
And I want to, being a Packer fan all these years and just watching what the Lions have done for all these years, no matter how high they are, they always find a way to put themselves back in the lowest position. So I'm gonna take the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford.
All right, we're gonna have to disagree on that one.
That's fine.
That's all right.
That's okay. We can disagree on that. That's fine. It's all about who wins in the end.
Yep. I like I told you earlier, I like Goff in his own dome. So I feel like the Rams line, they're gonna have some false starts, maybe some holds, and that's where the difference is. Too many flags for the Rams. That's what I'm going with.
Too many flags for the Rams. Okay. And then not to say it's the worst game of the week, but it's the last game of the week. Tampa Bay, Philadelphia.
The way Philly's playing, Baker's got this. Baker at home doing his own home cooking.
In the playoffs. Hell yeah. Making nachos.
Right.
Probably going to do a book club right before it. It's going to be off the chain.
Yeah, boy.
So, all right. So we got it. We got it set. Let's, now all we need is a good week of football. That's all we need now.
Exactly. A good pre-show. Let's see if they can follow it up with some good play.
Yeah, well, we didn't follow up the first week of college football. The last game kind of went the way that all the last games kind of go.
Right. Big, strong, awesome team beats the little tiny
whippy team. Awesome team beats the little tiny team. They ran all over them.
300 plus yards. Woo.
Ran all over them. That's what Big Ten football does to teams with no big defensive lines. And
Right. So congratulations, Michigan, on,
congratulations. And as
on
much
their
as I don't
10th
want to say it,
championship.
huh?
10th championship.
Is that their 10th?
Of course, only second since like 39.
Right.
So
Yeah, there hasn't been
some of
many
these are weird
since.
records. I believe the leader is Yale with 14. So I mean, let's not get too crazy.
I'm not too. I don't care anymore after you said that. Totally. Yale. Yale got a championship.
They got 14 from 1875 till 1904. They won like every
Nice.
year.
Go Yale.
Oh
And
yeah.
I'm assuming Brown and Princeton took over or some stupid shit.
Oh, Princeton's on the list at number 4. Yeah.
How about Notre Dame?
Notre Dame's 4th, right ahead of Michigan, and number 2 is Bama.
Nice. Where's the Ohio State Buckeyes fall in that category? Got to be
You got
top 10.
you got 8, so I think you're right around 10th or maybe right behind Michigan. I don't know.
Makes sense. Well,
Yeah,
go
Penn State.
Michigan. As bad as the Big 10 or the Big 25, whatever the fuck we're called now. However bad, we played really bad. So the Big 10 needed a good victory
Right.
to
A win
make
for
up
the
for the
conference is a
rest
win
of
for
the
Penn State.
poor play. So go Michigan. I don't
Yeah.
say it ever. This is probably the first time ever, but congrats to Michigan for saving the Big Ten, giving us a little face this year. I mean, something. Fuck, man. We played so poorly, you know. Good game. Ran all over Michael Penix Jr. He got his ass kicked. All that
And yeah,
slinging and dealing and
he was guaranteed playing with broken ribs. And he was like, just a few feet off almost every throw that could have been important. Yeah, just a little bit off, and that's all it took. Michigan took advantage, and they pummeled the shit out of his ribs.
yeah, and he threw into some double coverage. Nobody was open on some plays there, and then
That
when they were
Johnson kid,
only down a touchdown too, not down 2 touchdowns, 3, just when they were down 1 touchdown, he threw some passes that were, well, nobody was going to catch that except for maybe one of the Michigan players. Your guy wasn't catching it, so
right?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
no, that Johnson character for Michigan on the edge, he played Odunze very well,
Number
very well.
2, right? That kid
Yeah,
played very well.
kind of a long quarterback. He was all over him. He could have been flagged a couple times, which that was overlooked a little, but he was playing physical. They gave him the benefit of the doubt. Michigan was physical. That's how they did it.
They said those two would see each other again in the pros. That's what they said.
Oh,
Those
for
two
sure.
will run across pass again in the pros. I
Yeah,
said,
I
okay,
believe
cool.
that.
Yeah,
Johnson and Odunze. I like it.
that's how you do it. How do you stop a Dunze? You put it somebody else who's going to the pros on the other side of it. You shut them
Nice.
down. All right. Well, listen, college football is over. Next year comes the 12. Thank God.
Right.
Maybe it'll mean something a little more to these teams and these players. So we'll see.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Just like for whoever's next number 1 in college basketball, because we had 2 of them lose today.
Oh, Kentucky won a couple days ago. I was happy about that. Good win too.
Yeah, you guys won your second SEC game. You beat Missouri.
Yeah, you got to get all those conference wins, man.
Yep, Dillingham played well. Good job, him. But yeah, no, Purdue lost to Nebraska today, and you're gonna love this. Blast from the past. You remember Fred Hoiberg?
I remember Fred Hoiberg. There's no way he's still playing.
No, his son is a Nebraska Cornhusker, and he was stealing stuff and hooping it up and reverse layups and just being annoying, just like little Freddie Hoiberg.
So you're trying to tell me that the 127th best basketball team in college basketball beat the number 1 team in college basketball?
That's what I'm saying.
Because Nebraska cannot be ranked, right? There's no way Nebraska. No.
I don't believe so. No, the fans went absolutely bonkers after
I would
won.
have to. I mean, fucking craziness. You
right,
guys beat the number 1 because Nebraska, they're not ranked in anything sports-wise any fucking more. Right.
Yeah, okay. Basketball's the worst of their sports, mostly.
The basketball's the worst of their sports. So I'm like, Nebraska beat Purdue. Go Nebraska.
So right away, I'm like, oh shit, Houston now gets to be number 1, 14-0. They finally get the respect they deserve, but then they fucking lost.
Oh man.
So first loss for Houston. Now I guess Kansas is next man up.
Kentucky was sitting at about 6th or 5th, right?
Yep.
That's got to start slowly moving. I mean, maybe not ahead of Purdue,
I mean, you
maybe
both
ahead
have
of
2 losses.
Houston, though.
Yep. It's a couple more big wins by you guys, and no, the Blue Bloods are looking good. Kansas, I mean, Duke just destroyed Pitt today. Carolina, 3-0 in the ACC. So we could have some classic matchups coming down to the end of the season, Final Four style, like Duke, Carolina, Kansas, Kentucky.
That's what we want. Hey, who's the this might be sporting news for everybody. Who's the Duke coach now?
Oh, it is. Oh my God. John Shire.
John Shire. And
Yeah,
is he
three.
from the Shire?
Oh no, he's from Duke. He's
He's
one
from
of those
Duke.
like a
That's kind of
6'7"
like
white
being from
dude.
the Shire, isn't it? You're
Yeah,
from
he's
Duke.
way tall. He's way taller than anyone in the Shire.
I know, but it still sounds like he's from the Shire. When you're from Duke, you're from the Shire. That's what I always say. I'm pretty sure you got hair on your feet. You can't play
Nice
in the pros. I know that.
bastard. I know that.
He's a fucking bastard. That's for sure. All right. So John Shire. I did not know who that was. I'm glad I know now.
Yeah, it used to be Dean Smith / Roy Williams versus Coach K. Now it's
Oh, yeah.
Hubert Davis versus John Shire.
Yeah, Hubert Davis versus John Shire now. That's like what? Sounds like the opening act for a band. John Shire and Hubert Davis opening up.
Playing, playing the blues.
Yeah, right. They're opening up for Kenny Wayne Shepherd this week. John Shire and Hubert Davis. I love those guys, man. They're fucking awesome. Yeah, they are. They're fucking awesome. All right, so good big win. How about North Carolina? We get any big wins this week? Because I mean, for us to beat somebody, Florida, I believe, right, and to beat them in the SEC, got to get those wins. So
Yep, on the road at Missouri, big win. We won at Pittsburgh. We got NC State tomorrow.
okay, NC State. There you go. North Carolina State. There you go.
I think they beat us last year, maybe twice, so we owe them a beating this
We
year.
need to definitely owe them a beating. All right,
Yeah.
so we're starting to get excited about college basketball because it's February, then March.
Oh yeah.
That's
No, we're getting there.
as fast as we got through December, January, February, March will be here soon.
Right? Yeah, no shit. Time flies when you're old as fuck.
Yeah, right. No shit. I don't know why. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
Nope.
You got anything in
Unbelievable.
hockey? You're all excited about hockey. You got some hockey?
Well, a little bad news for the NHL. The rookie All-Star Connor Bedard, who just did get voted in for the All-Star team, took a hit to the jaw. His face crumpled. He'll be out for a month or two, probably. Ruining whatever hope Chicago had at any sort of successful season. Now it's them versus the Sharks to see who could be the worst this year.
Was it a punch?
It was kind of like a shoulder. It was a
He's
little
less
dirty.
fragile. Remember, we talked about this. If I saw him on the street,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be the only hockey player I wasn't afraid of. I'd be like, what's that guy do? He's a hockey player. I kick that guy's ass. There's no way he's a hockey player. No, he's a hockey player.
Yeah, he's not good at taking hits, I guess. So yeah, that's
welcome
that
to the
kind of
pros.
stuff.
I don't think Sid the Kid was great at hits in the beginning, was he?
I mean, he got beat up a lot. He seemed to take it all right.
I'm assuming Bedard would probably get beat up a lot. You need to get a good enforcer that stays next to him all the time. And then if anybody looks at him wrong,
as soon as it happened, the other 4 guys on the ice just went right after homeboy. So
his ass.
there was some beat downs afterwards.
Fuck yeah,
So that
don't
was
touch
fun.
the boy.
Just about the let's see here, hockey. The East is similar to last year. You got Boston. The Rangers are playing great hockey, and Florida.
The Devils.
The Devils.
Huh?
The rest of the Metropolitan Division after the Rangers and Florida is all within like 4 points.
Did you just
Penguins,
say Rangers
Islanders.
and Florida all in the same sentence?
No, yeah, they're top 2
my
teams.
teams, man.
You can't like the Rangers and Florida. It's not allowed.
I'm on fire.
I'm on fire. And then in the West, it's totally surprising because we got Vancouver and Winnipeg, a couple crazy Canadian teams who haven't won anything in a long time, and they're playing some nice hockey out there.
Hey,
so keep an eye on those crazy kids. You know,
it's their fucking sport.
It's about time they got their sport back.
Give it back to them. We don't need it. We got football and basketball and baseball. Give them their goddamn sport back.
Right.
There's
and the other two,
America. There's still.
Speaking of which, though, the other cool thing that happened in hockey with this, we had the World Junior Championships this week, and guess who came out on top? USA.
I wonder if my friend's son played in that. I'm gonna have to call his mother. or text
You
Ann.
should call his mother.
I should text Ann and ask him if he played in that. You know, he's playing for the Washington. He's in Washington, I think. I think he's playing for like the minor league San Jose Sharks team or some shit. So, or the junior San Jose, you know what I mean? Because he can only be 16 or 17.
Right.
So he can't be, you know.
There's a couple 16-year-olds that were on the team. Most of them were 17, 18. But there were a couple youngsters on there. But yeah, USA.
Anyone with the last name Johnson?
Nope.
Nope. All right, fuck it then. Then the answer would be no.
Yeah. So congrats, USA World Juniors. That's a good sign for.
Dude, that's awesome.
We're not giving the sport back. Sorry, Canada. We're taking.
Well, obviously not. This kid I'm talking about came from Modesto. They don't got any fucking ice.
Nor do they want any.
They don't.
Like it's shit in their veins.
Yeah, it's all the ice they got in Modesto. They fucking shit it up. So that's what I'm saying. So we're definitely not giving it back if kids from Modesto are kicking ass in hockey. That's
hell yeah.
It's terrible. Well, that's good. That's good news for the USA because all those guys are going to be playing in a United States hockey team eventually here someday. So, unless they get drafted by a Canadian team.
Right. Toronto still plays, I think.
Yeah, right. All right, so listen, that's hockey. I got a little baseball news. Sad news for Giants fans. This never gets any easier, but nobody wants to play there. I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys were in the running for the lefty from Japan. And nope, he's not going there. Cubs got him.
Nah, he's too old.
He's just too old for you guys anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently the guy from Korea didn't know that San Francisco was so bad. Because, I mean, nobody wants to go there, apparently. Dodgers land another outfielder in Hernandez. Tasokar?
Yeah, let's call him Tosker. It's easier.
Tosker? Oh, hell yeah, that's way easier. So Tosker Hernandez. Just another weapon for the Los Angeles Dodgers to throw out there. I saw our starting lineup. It's kind of scary.
Yeah,
Freeman, Mookie Betts, Ohtani, Hernandez, Lux, Muncy, Hayward.
All be injured by May.
All of them?
Most of them.
And then Outman, because the rookie, did he get rookie of the year? I don't know if he got rookie of the year, but he's not a rookie anymore. He's a second-year player, baby.
Now he's a savvy veteran.
Now Mr. Outman is a savvy veteran.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, the Giants are just trading mediocre players around like it's, their job, I guess.
Nice.
Not a lot of excitement. We still got Jung-Hoo. And that's about it.
That's it, baby. We got Jung-Hoo.
We got Jung-Hoo.
We're going to be fearing that one player in the lineup. That's it, though.
Call him Little Ichiro, man. Here we go.
Little Ichiro. I like, you know what? Now you got to start somewhere. If you can start with Ichiro, it's not a bad start.
All right.
All right. So let's get to what matters. Knicks, man.
I'm just gonna say your 5-game win streak.
Since the trade, the New York Knicks, man, have not lost a game. We've 5 in a row. We went from 9th place to 4th place, which I told you we're all so close together. It just took one win.
Right.
We were all kind of tied. And
that's your spot.
That's it. So now we're in 4th, and no losses since the trade. It's, it's nice to see a trade actually work. Where somebody comes in and it's the piece that might have been actually missing.
Nice to see defense getting a little props.
Nice to see defense getting a little, hey, he put up 23 points and 4 rebounds tonight. So
game high 23. I'm like, 23 was the game high. What?
Yeah, right. And then not only that, but we have led by 20 points by half 3 times in the last 5 games. We haven't done that since the 1972-1973 New York Knickerbockers.
Willis Reed. What?
Willis Reed. You got to go back to Phil Jackson and Willis Reed. I think Coach K played on that team, maybe possible.
Bobby Knight or something.
Bobby Knight and Coach K were bench players, and Phil Jackson was the point guard or some shit. It's the last time we had a 20-point lead by half. So you got to go way far back for that.
Yeah, well, that's some good news for Knicks fans.
That's good news for Knicks fans. I think that's good news for the NBA. You need the Knicks to be a part of this because, I mean, they are, Madison Square Garden, the Knicks, New York. I mean, you need to have that as a Los Angeles, Boston, Golden State, and San Francisco. You can't get any. That's a major metropolis with a major sporting team.
Yeah, and
So
we got Draymond back. Woohoo!
he says he's caused enough damage to the team. That's what he said.
All right,
I've caused enough.
we shall see.
Yeah, right. We'll see, Nutty Man. I would
Believe
go
it when
after
I
him in
see
the
it.
first game. If I had an enforcer, I would be enforcing Draymond Green's ass instantly.
I wonder what the Vegas odds are on him kicking someone's nuts in the first week.
Very high because the next 5 teams they play him, he plays against the 12th and the 11th and the 10th player all game long. And they just
They're just
push
gonna
him and punch him and
give him
give him
wet willy.
willies. Hey, Draymond. You gotta fight. You gotta fuck with that Stevenson guy. That's who he's got to fucking be against. You got that
Right?
Stevenson guy
Hell yeah,
blew on
Lance.
LeBron's ear and shit. Fuck with him, pull his pants down. That's what he got to deal with for the rest of his goddamn life. If I was the coach on the next team,
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. So we got a little good news there, a little good news there, and then bad news. We had some bad injuries. Ja Morant
God damn,
out
gone
again.
for the year. Well, waited all this goddamn time for him to come back, and he gets hurt in practice with a shoulder injury.
Right? He's got to try to stop ripping that rim down every time he dunks it on somebody.
He does, but it's okay. I looked at the West. There's like 7 teams within a game of each other. Timberwolves, Thunder, Nuggets, Clippers, Kings, Mavericks, Pelicans. West pretty good. There's a lot of good teams in the West. We're not even talking about the Suns, and the Suns could still make a run.
They could. Yeah, no, just it looks like Denver at this point. You know what I mean? They're just kind of doing their things, 8-2, 8-2 every 10. Jokic is gonna be there at the end.
T-Wolves always kind of crumble in the playoffs. So as much as they got this little lead right now, I still think the Nuggets, when we get to the playoffs, probably going to be the dominant team.
Did you see what was the awesomeness that was Wembanyama this week?
Yeah.
Victor against Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
Giannis came in and tried to muscle him and go for that big dunk, and Wembanyama's like, "Get that shit out of here!"
Locked his ass.
Oh man, that was amazing.
Good game. Yeah, Wemby had a couple good little outings this week as rookie.
He had the block and then the trail 3 right there. I mean, yeah, Wembanyama, Giannis, and Ja Morant before he got hurt. He dunked on Wemby and then Wemby dunked on him. That was kind of fun.
That 3-pointer by Jokic to beat the Warriors. That's probably the best play of the week.
That was the most annoying play of my season, I think. We finally had a good win, a quality win on the road. We got this, no problem.
All right, listen, we got we're hitting the hey, we're at 1 minute and 6 seconds here.
All right.
You got anything else for basketball?
Nah, not really.
Give me a performer of the week.
Performer of the week was the Oklahoma 13-year-old that beat Tetris for the first time ever. Go Kid.
Go Kid.
Beat Tetris.
I got Jordan Love with over 300 yards. He needed to get there by the end of the year. Over 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. Should have been 3 touchdowns. Nice try by Bo Melton.
Pulisic, another assist.
Pulisic, another assist. I can't wait for playoff football this week. Maybe I'll try to convince the Goob to come down. We'll do Monday night live, get some live reactions. Other than that, I'm FB.
I'm the Goob.
Peace. Where's that button?
And we got